Teach them new things from time to time. Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets. Wednesday edition, a tricks episode. On today's episode, we're going to talk about why you should introduce new concepts and new ways of seeing things to your clients, teaching them, and why it's helpful for you. But first, let's talk about this channel. The meat and potatoes of this channel is to help you be sustainably self-employed. To know that you can determine your economic destiny with your own hard work, determination, and vision, and understand that it's on you. And for people who want that responsibility of seeing their business being a reflection of what's going on inside of them. So if that interests you, continue to watch this video. This secret's going to help you, this trick. It's not a gimmick, it's not manipulation, but it's just something that can help you. So teach them new things from time to time, okay? Everybody likes learning things. Can you recall the last time that you learned something? The cool thing about learning is that it sparks your brain. It's exciting, okay? And that's what your clients feel when you teach them something. Recently taught someone that I work with something about accounting, and they were just like, whoa, that's really cool. Thank you, that's helpful. Also too, you want to teach them in a very natural and nice way. Basically, it's got to come up without any sort of preparation, almost extemporaneous. And it's got to be kind, like, hey, this is how you do it, not like reprimanding them. The best teaching is probably when things are cool, calm, and kind. And so you just want to keep that in mind, but just teach them new things, okay? Especially if you've been with them for a long time. It's good to teach them new things because it shows that you're different than them. You got to always have that relational polarity between your client and the service provider, always, okay? That's what gives the relationship strength to continue into the next year, the next 2 years, whatever. It also shows that you know what you're talking about, and they definitely want to be with someone who knows what they're talking about versus someone who doesn't. And it shows that you're learning and growing, because how can you help their business grow if you're not growing? Okay, and so those are just things to keep in mind as you're teaching these clients. But yeah, it's a great thing to do, and a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people leave who they're working with because they're not learning new things. They don't feel like they're progressing. And people definitely want to progress. They definitely want to feel stimulation. This is a form of stimulation. They want to feel important, okay? Even though teaching someone doesn't make them feel important, it does cover the other two things that people really want, which is progress and stimulation. And so, yeah, it doesn't have to be anything you do that's extra. This should just be endemic. The information you're teaching should just be something that is natural to you. And all day, every day, you're going to be doing things that they're not familiar with. And so you're studying things that they're not familiar with. It's your job is to make it familiar, because you're that bridge between the unfamiliarity to their familiarity, okay? Gonna say that again. Your job is to take the unfamiliar and make it familiar. You are the bridge of familiarity. They know you know this information. They know this information because of you. So just know that, and share that. And you don't have to do it all the time. This is another thing. From time to time, it doesn't have to be every day. Your job isn't primarily to teach, it's secondarily, tertiarily to teach them, okay? But if you want to reach them, teach them, okay? What to do, how to do it, why it's important to do it that way. What to do, how to do it, and why it's important to do it that way. So just keep that in mind as you are doing your teaching. And every field of study has a place where you can teach. And behind closed doors, you should be learning. So you should always have something that you can teach. And I'm telling you, if you can teach them, they're going to keep you around, because not everybody else is teaching. Most people are just going to do the work as fast as possible, as inconsiderate as possible, and then just go home, collect a paycheck. You got to transcend that. Okay, a lot of being self-employed is transcending what the norm is, which is to just do what's easy, do what's convenient, okay? Your job is to make life easy and convenient for them. And when you teach them something, you're making their lives easier and more convenient, and they're gonna keep you around. That spark is gonna be there, teaching them is one of these secrets that will continue to propel your business to be successfully self-employed. Okay? Teach them to reach them. Okay? Another thing is, don't preach to them. Preach to them very little. Sometimes you need to preach to them and tell them the truth and be like, hey, we gotta get our shit together. Okay? But you want to teach them more than you preach to them. Okay? Teach them and they'll love you for it. Until next time.